Hi, my name is Jen, and today we're looking at an introduction to lunging in a split stance. So I really like lunges, particularly because they're so functional and they help us get up off of the ground in a more stable and safe way. This approach to teaching lunges is quite challenging because it involves balance, and we also need to really stay expanded through our concavities to have success. So I think this is a great option for people with scoliosis and spinal fusions. I hope you enjoy. For our lunge preparation, you will have a chair if you struggle with balance. Step 1 foot back. The chair should be on the side of your back leg. Step the other foot forward. And make sure that your feet are wide enough so that you're not on a balance beam. That's how we practice our balance, but right now we're just going to practice our balance by some weight shifting here. So one thing to note is that it's okay if your spine is on this long diagonal. I don't necessarily want you to bring yourself all the way upright. That may bring you into a back bend. So think about finding a diagonal from your heel, which is lifted off of the floor because your second toes are facing forward. The heel out through the crown of the head is creating this diagonal. Now, keep your hand on the chair if you need balance. Check to make sure that your pelvis is oriented forward. And then from here, you'll just bend the front knee. It can go until it's about over the toes, and then press into the heel and lengthen the leg. So bending the front knee and then pressing to lengthen. And again, this is just our first variation where we move one leg at a time. Maybe you do 6 to 8 of those. Then you're going to keep the back leg in its kickstand position, keep the front leg lengthened, and then bend the back knee, and then lengthen the back knee. So the ankle stays pretty much as a kickstand, and you're just bending the knee straight towards the floor and lengthening the back of the leg. You could have your hands either on your hips. You can have one hand on the chair. You could also bring your fingertips to your shoulders to help you find the expansion of those concavities. And again, you can do anywhere from 6 to 8 of these. Or maybe even more, if you're just staying with the first variation, you can do 12 to 16. From here, we're going to bend both limbs at the same time. The knee goes straight down and then you press up. You can keep the spine on this forward diagonal. So it's as though we're bending into kind of a 90-90 position. And you can do 8 to 12 of these. So one thing that does happen quite frequently is we bend the front knee too far. It puts a lot of pressure on the front knee. So we're trying to keep some more weight in the back leg, which also involves keeping more weight in the front heel. Then we'll go to the other side. So again, you can move the chair to the other side so it's on the same side as the back heel, as the back leg. Find your split leg position. Back heel is like a kickstand. Spine is nice and long from the heel out through the crown of the head. You can use the chair for balance, bending the front knee and then straightening the front knee. As you straighten, think about connecting into that front heel just a little bit so that it helps fire the posterior chain of that front leg. You could take your hands to your shoulders Good, and then from here, we'll just bend the back leg. Now you don't need to move your chair around, I'm just doing that so that you can see. So it's almost as though the knee, it's descending straight down. The thigh bone comes almost perpendicular to the floor. Really keep your concavities expanded, and then you can try bending both. Or if this second variation where you bend both you're not ready for, just work with the first variation a while. There's no rush. And again, you can do anywhere from 8 to 12 of these. Good, so work at your own pace, either just bending one leg at a time or then graduating and bending both at a time.